There is no introduction first. Yeah. Hello. السلام عليكم. إذا ممكن نبدأ الجلسة الأولى. والجلسة بتكون باللغة الإنجليزية لأن ضيوفنا من برا البحرين رايحين يشاركونا تجربتهم.
أجهزة الترجمة متوفرة ورا، اللي حاب أنه هو يستخدم سماعات الترجمة موجودة ورا على يمينكم، يمين. نبدأ وقائع الجلسة الأولى من الملتقى والمعرض الثاني لسيدات الأعمال. الجلسة تحت عنوان إضاءات المرأة المهندسة، تديرها المهندسة غادة السيد، شريك هورايزن انتيريورز من مملكة البحرين.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first session, and it's titled Illumination in Women Engineers. It will be in English because we have a few of our panel speakers today. We have the privilege to welcome some of the world prominent female architects that are leaving their marks for professional young women in the field. I will introduce them each, and then we will have them, each one of them will introduce her stories in a PowerPoint. Then we will have the discussion panel. Mrs. Rosen Henihan is an architect who studied at University College of Dublin and Harvard University Graduate School of Design. She is the co-founder of Henihan Bing Architects in Ireland. Among an impressive list of designs by her firm is the Palestinian Museum in Birzeit and the Grand Egyptian Museum, which was awarded to them from 1,557 word entries. That's very impressive, Rojan. Then we will have our next speaker is Felice Krickler from London. actually French, London. Ms. Felicie is an experienced architect with a passion for design and a focus on creative, high-quality residency-led urban restoration. She is an ambassador of Asail Build to Rent and advocate their expertise to grow the sector, inform local and national housing policies and advise on design. In addition to her work with Asail, she contributes to a number of respective panels around the world. Then we go to Ms. Malkan Gursel from Turkey, and who's graduated with a degree in architecture from Istanbul Technical University. She joined Taban Liglu Architects as a partner in 1995. Beside many of other awards, Malka has been selected as one of Europe 40 under 40 for 2008 and selected 50 under 50 innovators of the 21st century in 2015. Her firm has designed several prominent projects in Turkey and all around the world, including the notable Dakar Congress Center in Senegal. Last but not least, from our beloved Bahrain, Ms. Raja Zayani, the world's first internationally licensed strategy management practitioner and an internationally licensed project management professional who has been awarded to her in June 2011, London, UK. With a master's degree in project management, BS in architecture engineering, she has built a vast experience in the public sector, and she was an instrumental driver of the Bahrain Ministry of Works leading strategy management experiences from inception until the successful realization of its vision. She was awarded Bahrain First Merit in Effectiveness by His Royal Highness the King of Bahrain in 2011 for her outstanding contribution. Welcome, ladies, to our panel, and I think you have each of you have a vast, massive experience that we would love to share with you. We shall start with Rujan for her presentation about her. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ghada, and thank you for inviting me here. It's an honor to be here in this very distinguished company. My name is Roisin Heenahan. I'm a founder of Heenahan Peng Architects. We're an office in Dublin and Berlin, and we work on projects worldwide. We're an office that got our start with competitions. The Irish government in 2000 had a program of government office buildings, which we won one of, and this is the first project that we designed and built. In 2003, the Egyptian government had a large competition for the Grand Egyptian Museum. It attracted 1,500 entries. We won that competition. And I think we won it because the site is very, very close to the pyramids, and we created a relationship between the galleries of the museum and the pyramids. And that project is currently under construction in Cairo. Because we were working in Egypt, we were invited to participate in a lot of other competitions in this region. And in 2009, we were invited by the Area Development Authority to participate in a competition for Arabsat's headquarters in Riyadh in the diplomatic quarter. That's a project that we won, and that project is also under construction. We do have quite a diverse portfolio. We probably don't specialize that much. This is Airbnb's European and Middle East headquarters in Dublin, which we finished last year. And at the London 2012 Olympics, we were invited to participate in a bridge competition there, which was also completed. This was a temporary surface that was on the bridge during the Olympic Games. And one of the things that I really enjoy is, when that last slide, was when people use projects in a way that are unexpected. because the Egyptian Museum is in a World Heritage Site, we have also been invited to look at other projects that are in World Heritage Sites. This is in Maritime Greenwich. It was the largest development site in the World Heritage Site. It's a school of architecture and a library that was completed 2 years ago. And next, please. But probably, even though we don't specialize, probably most of our projects are in museums and cultural spaces. So in Moscow in 2013, we won this competition for the National Center of Contemporary Arts, which is outside the city center. Next. Next. Also, the National Gallery of Ireland, it's a refurbishment of a historic painting gallery that was completed this year. Next. Next, please. This is a 19th century old masters painting gallery. So it's cultural, but it's quite a different approach to design. Next. World Heritage Site, another World Heritage Site in Northern Ireland. This is the Giant's Causeway Visitor Centre. Next, and another museum, this time in Canada. We've done a lot of landscape projects. This is a canoe museum. It's north of Toronto, about 2 hours north of Toronto. We're currently working on the design of that. It'll break ground next year. But probably the project that has been most significant for us over the past few years has been the Palestinian Museum, which is in Birzeit in Palestine. It's close to the campus of Birzeit University. This is, in this project, we worked closely with a Jordanian landscape architect to bring the 4-hectare site, the gardens of the site, together with the museum to kind of create an enhanced space. And that's our trajectory to now. Thank you very much.
Now, please, Kirkiller will be introducing Asiles.
Thank you. Shall I wait for the slides? Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's really an honor to be here and to be taking part into this, what is going to be this fantastic panel this afternoon. I will just give you a very brief presentation about myself, my background, and the work that I have been doing with our practice, Asiles Architecture. So, I am French, as Hada pointed out. I trained at the Beaux-Arts School in Paris. And I also trained in the UK. I started working with Asiles in 2000 when I was just a newly qualified architect. And really the main reason behind choosing working with Asiles, it was twofold. The first one was about the work and the fact that we work on a variety of scale of projects, from master planning, urban design, down to the very small details of residential and thinking about the homes and how we live. And the other aspect of the reason why I wanted to work for Asiles is really the people, because it's a fantastic team and fantastic group of people working all together. Next. As a practice, there's about 85 of us. We are based in London. In terms of practice size, we are within the top 100 practices in the UK. Next. We have a very clear structure, although it might look quite complicated, but we have teams which are all working alongside on different projects, which are supported on the one side by the board of directors, so all of us directors are actually leading on projects, and then supported by the rest of the departments, which are, for example, the visualization departments, preparing 3D images, the marketing department, the graphics department, everyone working together towards a common goal. Next. This is just to show you, this year we won the Best Architectural Employer of the Year award, and this is something that we have been regularly receiving a number of awards for how well we look after our staff. And really we're very proud of the fact that we look after the people, we retain our staff, and this really ensures great continuity for all our clients. So what I do personally, so I do really three things. First one is I talk on a number of panels about subjects that I'm passionate about, which are generally around the residential residential housing quality, thinking about the development of the rental sector in the UK. I have also been advising the government recently, the British government, on the development of their national strategy for regenerating housing estates. But really the main part of what I do, and really what I enjoy most and what I trained for in the first place, is projects, working on large urban projects, leading teams of consultants on these, and creating great places where people actually really want to live and that are part of our cultural sort of fabric. So I'll just show you I will show you three projects which are all based in London. The first one is located in Paddington, which is in the centre of London. Next. It's a project that we have designed and developed for a Bahraini client. It's a project in two phases, which includes about 450 apartments, a primary school, a 200-bedroom hotel, and 60 service apartments. And all of that is located around this, you probably can't see it, but it's located around a large new public park in the centre of the city. The second project, next, is located in southeast London in a town called Lewisham. Now, most of the exercise was really about the cultural placemaking and thinking about how to improve the place through a residential development. So we created this development, which is around 850 apartments, which is a combination of, you can see there's a 24-story tower, but also townhouses. So it's been about designing and mitigating the different scales. And next. And it's all located on top of a large leisure centre, which is really important for the place. And this project has really been a catalyst for regeneration of the area. Next. The last project is a rental project, which has been designed for Bouygues. The contractor is Bouygues UK. It's on site at the moment. It's located very close to London City Airport. It comprises about 250 apartments, and again it's an important exercise in placemaking, with creating a new route and access through a large park which is just located behind it. All of these projects, we develop all of these in 3D using BIM design, which really ensures that we work efficiently with the whole design team. And next, I will just leave you on the fact that the future for us is looking very bright, and we're very proud to say that we have just opened an office in Bahrain, and we're very much looking forward to using the skills that you have seen here for a number of projects here. Thank you.
Thank you, Felice. Now, Melka Gorter. You will share with us the Tabanaluglu architects.
First of all, it's a big honor for me to be here with you because I believe so much the power of the woman, and we have a very nice moderator also. She will manage us, and first I will give you some examples about our work. And this is my first time in Bahrain, and I have been several times in this region, and we have some offices also, but I have to tell you that I'm very impressed what I have seen from yesterday. And after, passing some awards and some range in the world, we are the second generation of our company in Turkey, and our history goes to the 50 years old. And of course, it's the most important thing is the woman, and 66% of Tabanlıoğlu is women architects. And of course, we are very proud to win that kind of award with a team. It's mostly, which is, women together. And after having some experiences in the juries, in the conferences, and at the university programs, because we support so much the young generations also, it's very important to share our experience with them for their future. And I would like to tell you about some of our projects that we did in the world. And first, Istanbul Modern, the first contemporary museum of Istanbul, and it was a very big challenge for us in our country to have such a museum like that. And after that, the Bayazıt Library, this is the oldest library of Turkey, 500 years old, the library, and the region, the plaza in front of it, and we did the renovation. And we try to make the contemporary touch inside of the spaces for creating a nice atmosphere for the books. And after that, another restitution project in the old city of Istanbul, Magnora Palace, and this is like the passage between the building, and it was used in the Ottoman Empire in this way. And now we are very, involved in the renovation of this new project, and to combine the new touch with the old architectural works. And after that, this is another project, Balhambar Library, that we try to combine again in an old building, how the contemporary touch can be matched with an idea, with the culture, with the intellectual atmosphere. And we believe so much the education of the woman, and for that reason, in the Anatolian part of Turkey, and this is one of the most poor places, actually, but the nature is incredible, and we are doing a center for women, for their education. And in this program, we support also the museum, Baxi, which is made 10 years ago, in the middle of nowhere, we can say. I will show you later some pictures also, that this center will be related with this museum and will serve for the education of the women and for their children. And after those projects in Turkey, we are coming to Africa. And first, we made a Congress Center in Tripoli, and after we continue to do the several Congress Centers in the African countries also. The first one is in Tripoli. And after having the success of this project, because 60 leaders came together at the first time in this summit at this year, we made another center for Equatorial Guinea. And after the summit of Equatorial Guinea, we can say, we made another building. This is the opening, and in Senegal, in Dakar. And in each project, you have to find something which is related with this site, or with the country, or with the region. And our, first starting point was the baobab tree in this project, and for that reason we made the canopy like we are under the baobab tree, because all the ceremonies and everything they are making on this tree, and it's very important for this country. And we always try to have some relation with the culture, with the people, with the countries, and this is making the project more important for the residents in this case. And when we are coming Different projects like the residences. The loft project is one of the example. The first loft project of Istanbul, actually. And with the more free spaces and more raw atmosphere inside. And they sold out very quick to the first one, and we made the second one, Loft Gardens. And again, when we continue with the residences, this is our project in New York, that we won the MIPIM prize at the last MIPIM. And in the next days, the construction will be start. And when we are coming to the region, in Dubai, we recently finished 2 towers. One of them is Rixos, the other one is the residences on GBR. The hotel and residence together. And another project in the region. And some exhibitions, because architecture, I believe that when you combine the architecture with different disciplines also, it creates more meaning. And this is our first exhibition in London, in Riba, and in Milan. Another exhibition with my partner Murat. And in Somerset House in London. 3 years ago we made another exhibition, and last year in Vienna, Victor and Albert Museum. Another installation again. And last year we made the exhibition center in Art Basel, Miami. It was the collector launch and some awards programs, some conferences in MIPIM and Cityscape also. And at the site, because you have to be always at the site when you are an architect. And I believe so much the collaboration with the different disciplines also, and for that reason, we are at the same time running an art gallery in our building, and we are publishing the oldest art, design, and architectural magazine at the same time. And in the end, you are always architect, engineer, whatever you have, you are a mother, and my daughter also is following us, and now she's edited another small magazine which is related with Unlimited, and this is all my life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Melkan. Please now welcome Raja Zayani from our beloved Bahrain.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أول شيء بغيت أشكر البزنس وومن سوسايتي على الدعوة مالتهم. بغيت أشكركم كلكم على الحضور اليوم. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to be with you today. I would like, first of all, to thank the Bahrain Women Society in particular, and all of you for attending this session with us. My colleagues have taken you to wonderful projects all around the world. I think I will go into another dimension, whereby I will express what is behind these things. It is the human factor behind it. So if I will start, and I will here talk to or continue on what my colleague Tariq has said in the morning from Zoha Hadid about the passion. It is really very important to have passion about your work. Other than the passion, it is the footprint that you should really leave to differentiate your work from others. Maybe later on you will leave a legacy behind you in your projects. So with that said, I will just express this, that we in the consultancy world, the main thing is really our reputation. And our reputation is our reliability, our competency reliability. So having said that, I will take you through my life career. When I began really my journey, I was an architectural engineer by discipline. Of course, I have worked as part of the training that we have in the Ministry of Work. Now, Ministry of Work is really my home, I would say. So in that, I have started with the structural office as per the program, and in the structural office, I have spent 1 year and 2 months instead of the usual 3 months. And that's because the section has requested to engage my services for another 4 terms. That would tell you something, that I am adding a value to the section. And I have kept on that attitude throughout my life. When I was in the architecture, as an architectural engineer in the architectural section, I have developed the first chartered brief. Why is the chartered brief important? I will tell you. When you are in the architecture section, or actually in any architectural field, your work is with the client. And the client, if he or she doesn't have a clear idea about the requirement or how to express the requirement, the architect will be in trouble. In the trouble of repeating the things over and over again. So in order for us to really overcome this, I thought about a chartered brief, whereby we will have all the brief expressed very well from the client, and me as an architect will tell them what I have understood from them, and we will have a chartered, a signed chartered between us. So that was my addition to the architecture section. When I went to the supervision section, we thought about the job team. Now, the job team is something that is very important for any project, simply because the job team is really gathering all the areas in the project together. So the supervisor will talk with the architect will talk to the QS will talk to the civil engineer, all of them in the same field. And it is very important to have a job team methodology to really master that whole thing. And I have added this to the supervision section. Later on, in the development engineer, I have developed, of course, with my colleagues from other ministries, and at that time it is EWA, Ministry of Electricity and Water, and the municipalities and other partners whom have participated with us. We came up with the first thermal code of practice for Bahrain. Now, the thermal code of practice for Bahrain is very important for housing because it simply minimize that wastage of energy that is going out because of the air conditioning that we have. Having said that, we went to the planning. As a planning engineer, I have developed the master plan for all the construction works in all Ministry of Works at that time. This is mainly the practical profession. From that, I have moved to the managerial profession. The managerial profession was mainly in project management, and I have taken it from 2001 to 2015. At that time, I have developed, of course, a license in PMP. The PMP is the Professional Project Management international license. I was heading the section for the project management, as well as running projects, that is the strategic projects in the ministry. For the strategic planning office that we had in the Ministry of Works, and Ministry of Works is responsible for the sanitation in the country, responsible for the roads in the country, and responsible for all the construction projects, meaning airports, schools, all the massive work. For that, I have taken the organization to be awarded a Hall of Fame, putting the organization on the map, on the world's map, for being excellent in strategy management. Okay. Maybe I forgot my other recognition as the world's first strategy management practitioner, and I think my colleague Ghada has really covered that. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. In order for us really to continue on what we have gained through the years from the career that we have taken, it is very important to share our knowledge with others. It is important to educate others about what we are doing. And this is what I have developed in the ministry by what I called strategy clinics. Strategy clinics, we used to have it after the duty, and we are inviting people all around Bahrain, any party, even from outside of Bahrain, so that they will benefit from the experience of strategy management and project management that we have in the ministry. So it is sharing the knowledge, showcasing the experience, outshining the competencies, and that has really gained us not only a countrywide reputation, it is also a regional reputation, it is an international reputation. We had delegates coming out from across the world to visit the ministry in order just to benefit from the experience. This is how we have taken the ministry forward. And we have tipped that, or actually I have tipped that with the first merit in effectiveness that I was awarded in 2011 by His Royal Highness King of Bahrain. Now you would tell me, okay, what is the business? What is the business that I am running now? It is a consultancy for strategic planning and execution. So I have delved, or actually diverted, from organizing buildings for people to organizing organizations for employees, for developments. This is what I am doing now. So I would do the strategy formation, I would do the business and feasibility, I will do the strategy execution, the project management, the initiative management, the strategic funding. All of that are things that we are responsible for now. What are the projects that I'm running now? Okay. Now, I have started my office about 3 years ago. And when I said your reputation and your reliability will really take you forward, this is what I meant. Right from the first month that I have opened the business, I had my customers. And my customer is the Judicial Council. I have devised the first strategy for judicial in Bahrain, and now I am executing it. I am working now for the strategy of the whole government and 10 more entities, so 11 at the same time. I just want to stimulate, or actually incentivize, all the young women in here. Please do your part, but be passionate about what you are doing. This will take you to the next horizon that you are looking forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raja, for the very interesting presentation. Actually, I was preparing 4 questions to open the panel with, but since we are running out of time, probably I will just ask you 2 questions, and then we will open the panel for, for the audience to ask. I think the interaction will be much more. I have actually a couple of questions that each of you have like a minute, plus minus, to answer, if you don't mind. The first one is at the start of your careers. All of you are career ladies, very successful, and I can see how much you are empowered. At the start of your career, do you feel that you needed to work harder than your male counterpart? This is my first question. My second question was, I really don't mind that you answer them both. Do you, as a woman, because most of you are very much in an executive level in your firms, or you are a decision, somehow have a decision in design, let's say. Do women have enough influence in their firms, corporate structure, decision making, and how can she develop that? Please. Roshan, maybe we can start from you.
So your first question, do you have to work harder? I think that probably, maybe not as much as is perceived initially, but I think that maybe where it gets a little difficult for women in construction and engineering is that everybody makes mistakes. And I think it's more likely if a woman makes a mistake that the consequences are going to be a bit more serious, that her credibility is going to be questioned. It goes to that issue of reputation. You know, you're only as good as the confidence people have in you. And I think for women, if there's an error, if there's a mistake, or even a silly kind of technical slip-up, that it's harder to establish, get back that credibility. So I think from that point of view, it probably does mean that if women are going into meetings, making presentations, especially as you go farther into construction, you have to have a very good handle on what you're dealing with, because it's harder to recover from mistakes. So that would be, I think, that would be in terms of mistakes. And then your other question was, oh yeah, decision making. There's no question, there aren't as many women in decision making, and women do not have as much of a voice in decision making. Personally, because I suppose I have my own office, that maybe it's not an issue. But I would say, just looking at people in our office and how we value people, what is of enormous value is when somebody takes initiative, when somebody speaks up. I think it's important not to be afraid of making mistakes. Ultimately, what you need to do is to take ownership of something and actually push forward with it, because ultimately, if you become very valuable, or if you take responsibility, that is going to get it's going to get you someplace. It's going to get realized. So I think that's very important, is to step up. I know that Sheryl Sandberg says lean in, but some version of taking responsibility. Don't be afraid to speak up, notwithstanding what I first said at the beginning about mistakes.
Yes, that should be working. With regards to your first question, do I feel like I had to work harder? No. That's the very short answer. I think I had to work as hard. I always thought of myself as a professional, and I think that I would have had the same, challenges as any young architect male who would have started practicing. I mean, yes, it's intimidating being a newly qualified architect in a large meeting and having to take on a role and participate, but I really think that, poor men as well, they will feel in exactly the same way. There's actually no difference. Your second question about the influence, I think that women have, have advantages, and that we shouldn't underestimate, as we're very good listeners. We can really, what is the driving force behind us is really putting teams together, because in this business we're never working alone. So it's really working with people, getting the best out of people, listening to them, trying to find the ideas from everyone around us. And I would say that, it's not about sort of being strong necessarily. It's just learning, and I think we definitely have advantages in that.
First of all, the success of architecture, female or male, you should understand the people. For me, this is the hidden part of architecture which bring you to the success. Because we are doing sculptures, but these are social sculptures, and the people are using these buildings, and the people are looking, and they have some feeling when they are looking from outside also. And you try to make something which is a part of the cities. And for that reason, I think the most important thing is the people, because we are doing this for the happiness of the people. And the second thing, of course, as a woman, it's not easy to be successful in the world, and we don't have the same possibilities like the men. But at the same time, I believe so much when we are talking about architecture, and in our company also, we are two partners, And my partner, he was my husband before, and now he became my brother, and we are working together for more than 20 years. And I think when you are putting your presence somewhere, in any terms, you can have the success. And for that reason, to work is very important, to spend time for architecture, to not only stay in the time that you are working at the office, but architecture is whole life. You are architect always, during the night, during the day, and for that reason, I think it's the most important thing to understand the world and the people, and after, to put your hands and to work. Thank you.
Well, maybe to the first question, I would say if we are going to have, or actually if we have challenges in the field, maybe I have felt some challenges during some particular time, and that is when I am a supervisor. I would say that if there is a supervisor woman, and especially when we are like pregnant, that is a challenge that we are facing. For that, we really have to cover up with other colleagues to cover for that era only. But that is the main challenge, the only challenge I have ever experienced in the whole discipline. For the first and the second question, I would say it is a culture. When I have first graduated, and that was like 80s, the culture is different from now. The culture then was not accepting women in decision making. Now the culture has finished. I mean, actually it has changed. Like people are accepting you, accepting that you are on the board, that you are at the corporate level, hearing your opinion about things. They value you as they are value your counterpart, whoever that is. So I would say it is a change of culture, and the culture needs some time to develop. When I have first started, and as I said, I am talking about the 80s, I remember one of our top management saying, well, there is no place for director women in the organization. We don't have director women in the organizations. Well, that particular person has changed his mind after he has seen the competencies of the ladies that have developed their careers. So, as I said, again, it is the culture, and we need the culture. We should wait for the culture to change. Yes, we have a role in changing the culture by proving ourselves. And that's it.
You ladies, I think that I can summarize, some of your answers, which is very, very true and very, very strong. That, making a mistake is really an issue for a woman in the profession. And let's not be afraid of decision making. The human social structure is very important. And the ethics of the work is what makes us there in the, in the field. It is not really the gender. And I think an issue that is very important, which is, Rajat said that the culture issues is demolishing nowadays, that we really don't have a gender issue when it comes to profession like engineering or architecture or design, as much as it is basically to be competent in the field. I will open the floor if anybody wants a written, and there is a mic that will be around if there is anybody. I have few written questions reached to me, but if you have anybody else on the floor that would like to ask a question, there, can you give a mic? عنده سؤال ممكن يسأل بالعربي أو بالإنجليزي ما في مشكلة.
Thank you very much. Ladies, it's wonderful to have you here. I'm also an engineer, I'm a civil engineer, so seeing you all up there makes me so proud of you, and I can definitely relate to what you've been talking about. My question is for Engineer Raja. You are now a strategic planner. Could you explain exactly what that is? I've never heard of that before, so.
Okay. Now, strategy planner actually is dealing with the organizational development. It is not building development anymore, it is organizational development. So if the organization wants to build on its strategy for, say, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, we will draw what it should focus on, and we will put the tactics for doing so. So it is shifting now from doing the houses or the buildings for the people to doing the organizations for the sake of development.
On the floor, can I ask those questions that I have here? I have one question, and it is actually addressed to all of you, which is marketing ourselves as architects and as basically businesswomen with a focus on individual rather than the firm as a whole, and given enough fair share in the marketing press. Are we given enough fair share in the marketing, in the press? How do you manage to get business? Sustainability, keeping the business is a very important thing to make it run. Are you involved in getting jobs for your firms, is the question.
Well, yes, I am very much involved getting jobs. I think everybody here probably has a different way of getting jobs. How we get jobs is primarily through design competitions. So that means we're very, very focused on trying to select a competition that we think will play to our strengths, and then being very, very clear and committing a lot of resource to that competition. And then what I try to show is, I suppose, once you start to maybe have some success, then other things build from that. And in terms of PR, I don't see really any difference there. I think it's really a case of developing projects, and then the press will come to a certain extent.
So, yes, I mean, as all directors, we all get new jobs and new work. Probably about 80% of our work is repeat clients. So the best part really is about producing great projects for them, designing good projects that are successful, and just making sure that we retain them as clients. The other way where we get new business is we are doing a lot of research and development into new sectors. So it's trying to look at different sort of avenues where we can use the skills that we already have, for example, in residential design. So at the moment we're looking at retirement living, because it's quite an issue in the UK in terms of lack of housing for older people. We're also looking at other sectors like the hotel and hospitality. So it's sort of trying to meet new people, I would say, through attending conferences and like that. But it's also, the research and the development is about really producing papers and trying to work alongside other professionals.
What I was trying to say, that this kind of conference is a good opportunity for...
It's a fantastic opportunity, especially for us.
Yeah, this is what I was trying.
Yeah,
these kind of conferences, I mean, really brings expertise, brains with people who want to invest in it, and that's the most important thing about the whole forum. It's all about.
Yes, completely.
Thank you. Please, Malka.
We have main office in Istanbul and 4 offices in the foreign countries, and including London, New York, and 2 GCC countries. And we travel so much, and we try to explain our architecture everywhere, and these are all of the part of the marketing. But for me, the best marketing as an architect, what you are doing. Because when you are doing your building in a proper way, in this case, you are always in the magazines and someone talks about those buildings, and if you can put your serious attitude also in the architecture, when the companies are coming to Turkey to make some investments, or if they have some relation between GCC or somewhere, you know, that we are established. In this case, you are connected to everywhere. I think, but the most important thing, as I told you, to put your serious approach on architecture. And I think to talk about to intellectual, you know, level of architecture also is very important. And to talk about the building, about the cities, and to explain to everyone what we are doing, I think the best marketing way.
Yeah, I think as Malcolm has said, your project or your work will speak for you. For my case, at the beginning, I did not do much marketing. Actually, the projects came to me. But I'm sure to sustain my business, of course, I would have to do some marketing. Now I have the site, I have the conferences that I'm attending, and I'm promoting my business through that. The social media now is really taking a good care of all the marketing that we have. So I'm sure with all of that, everything would be sustainable. Thank you.
Question. Anybody else who have any question on the floor? Okay, the last question is basically you as a woman, families. How do you find, we find more women leave the field due to family, to raise a family. How do you think, you know, did you manage? Do you have a support services? What did you do? How did you do it, is the question.
I suppose if you're working, you need help. So, you know, there's no way around it. And I think probably anybody that works with children has a support network in some way. I mean, depending on where you live, there are government policies that help. I see we've had quite a few people in the office who've had children, and there are government policies that give support where jobs are guaranteed for a certain period of time. There's some pay, so it helps, especially, I think, younger people who might find it a bit more difficult to get a support network in place, or if you're not living close to family. But it's a combination, and I suppose it's difficult. It is difficult, and it's just a case of trying to get as much help as you can, and hopefully that there's some public support as well there.
Yes, I would agree that having children and a family and and a job and keeping it all going at the same time is quite tricky. But I mean, I can just speak for myself, but the way I made it work is really that I suppose I was very lucky to have an employer who was recognizing my worth, you know, and who was happy to. We considered a number of options of me working flexibly for a sort of a set period of time, and really that's what I'm trying to do now. So I've had 3 children, and you know, with a staff of 85, there are a number of women that have children, and it's really discussing case by case with people, just making sure that actually, you know, we want the best out of people, but we really want them to be happy, because if they're happy, then you know they will be able to perform at their best, and that's really important, because in the architectural profession it's quite an issue. We have as many men as women coming into it at the start of university, but actually when you look at the number of practicing women, women do leave, and it's retaining the skills, which is really important, and making sure that women feel that you know, they have employees that look after them.
I think I was lucky because I was working with my husband, and for that reason I didn't have any problem to go at home at, you know, the earlier than him, or to prepare something, and we were doing everything together. And in Turkey we are lucky because our mothers, our parents help us so much for growing up our children. And the third thing is, it was my business, my office, and for that reason I brought my daughter from the first day to the office, and you know, I was working and she was next to me, and it was a very, you know, healthy position for me. But after, of course, when you share many things together with them, because I try to involve her also to our, environments, and when you start to share many things together, it, I think, becomes more easy. But of course, it's very hard to be at the same time mother, family runner, and a businesswoman together.
We have to juggle.
Well, I believe this is the most difficult question. It is really that challenge that each one of us is facing. Like, satisfying your both families, your work family and your social family. So it is a challenge. We had to take it as we go on, and we hope that our supporting family will do their share in that. If you have, well, I was blessed I am blessed with my husband. He is an engineer as well, so he does understand what it takes. And I have devoted what it takes for my work. But again, I'm still saying that it is very, very difficult to balance between work and between your social responsibility.
Thank you, ladies. I think that you've covered everything that has to do with the social challenges. But we are still proud, and we call in Arabic al-Ummu madrasatun. The mother is the school, and most of the children who are under a professional woman become very much intruded by the career of their mother, and they have different personality than other kids. So I really appraise you. Thank you very much for this panel. I am honored to have you in this panel. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for this session. I think we can conclude it. And there is like a break. Then we can start the next session. Or is it continuous?
Okay.
Break.
كل الشكر لمتحدثي الجلسة الأولى والتي كانت تحت عنوان إضاءات المرأة المهندسة. تتفضل الآن السيدة فريال ناس رئيسة جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية لتكريم المتحدثين. نبدأها بالمهندس طارق الخياط. المهندسة غادة السيد. المهندسة رجاء يوسف الزياني. مس رويسن هنيغن. مس فيليسي كريكلر. and Miss Melikan Gorsel. تبدأ الجلسة الثانية في الساعة 2:30 تماما. إلى ذلك الوقت ندعو المشاركين لتناول وجبة الغداء. التوجه إلى اللوبي.
تتمتع المرأة البحرينية بإرث تاريخي عميق الجذور بدءاً من عشرينيات القرن الماضي، إرث يدل على أن مجتمع مملكة البحرين يحترم ويقدر دور المرأة باعتبارها ليس فقط شريكاً للرجل وعنصراً مهماً مكملاً له، وإنما باعتبارها طرفاً رئيسياً في العمل والإنتاج والتنمية، لتساهم مع الرجل في بناء الدولة الحديثة وتضع لها بصمة مميزة في كل الميادين تحت راية المشروع الإصلاحي لجلالة الملك المفدى حفظه الله ورعاه، وعلى طريق مرسوم بعناية وحنكة ودراية تامة يعنى به المجلس الأعلى للمرأة ممثلا بصاحبة السمو الملكي الأميرة سبيكة بنت إبراهيم آل خليفة قرينة عاهل البلاد، التي وبفضل حنكتها وإيمانها التام بالمرأة البحرينية استطعنا خلال أقل من عقدين من الزمان أن نحتفي بالمرأة البحرينية في شتى المجالات، قاضية وسفيرة وممثلة للشعب بانتخاب حر ومباشر واقتصادية ومستثمرة من الطراز الأول. تعتبر جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية أيقونة من أيقونات الجمعيات المتخصصة في مملكة البحرين، لتغدو الجمعيات عامة وجمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية خاصة طاقة إبداع اقتصادي وحاضنة لتجارب اقتصادية استثمارية نسائية جديرة بالاحترام والتقدير. تأسست جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية في عام 2000 وتسعى لتنمية وتعزيز العلاقات الاقتصادية والاجتماعية بين سيدات الأعمال في المملكة، وتعزيز دور المرأة البحرينية ومساهمتها في كافة الأنشطة التجارية والاقتصادية والاستثمارية والتنموية في البلاد، وتوثيق الصلات والتعاون بين الجمعية وغيرها من الجمعيات العربية والدولية المماثلة عبر تمثيل سيدات الأعمال في كافة المحافل والمؤتمرات والندوات المحلية والخليجية والعربية والدولية. حظيت الجمعية بمجموعة متميزة من سيدات الأعمال التي تقلدن منصب رئاسة الجمعية، إذ تتمتع الجمعية برعاية فخرية من لدن صاحبة السمو الشيخة ثاجبة بنت سلمان آل خليفة الرئيس الفخري لجمعية البحرين لسيدات الأعمال، التي لا تتوانى عن تقديم دعمها المستمر والمتواصل لتمكين المرأة. وكانت الأستاذة فاطمة جواد أول رئيسة للجمعية، بعدها جاءت الأستاذة أفنان الزياني التي قدمت عطاءات متميزة من خلال أفكارها الجديدة والمغايرة، وجاءت من بعدها السيدة ليلى فخرو التي أيضا استطاعت أن تترك بصمة واضحة على تاريخ عمل الجمعية، ثم جاءت السيدة منى المؤيد لتضع هي الأخرى بصماتها وأفكارها، ثم جاءت السيدة أحلام جناحي لتواصل مسيرة التميز والعطاء وصولا إلى الرئيسة الحالية السيدة فريال عبد الله ناس، التي استطاعت أن تحقق نقلة نوعية في أداء الجمعية بوضع استراتيجية تتفق واستراتيجية المجلس الأعلى للمرأة، وأيضا الرؤية الاقتصادية لمملكة البحرين 2030، محققة شراكات عديدة وموقعة لمذكرات تفاهم مع كيانات اقتصادية إقليمية وعالمية. شاركت الجمعية في محافل محلية وإقليمية ودولية اقتصادية متميزة، ولعل من أهم تلك المحافل لقاءات عضوات الجمعية بصناع القرار ورأس الهرم في مملكة البحرين. كما تمكنت الجمعية من استقطاب مؤتمرات عالمية لتعقد هنا في البحرين، في دلالة واضحة على جدارة سيدات ومنتسبي هذه الجمعية وقدرتهن ليس فقط بالذهاب إلى العالم بل بإتيان العالم إلى أرض مملكة البحرين.
The vision of Bahrain Businesswomen Society is to be a globally sustainable, innovative and recognized network organization affecting a positive change to the society and contributing to the entire economy of Bahrain.
لا تزال التحديات تواجه عضوات جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية، ولكن كل تحد يثبت جدارتهن وقدرتهن على التميز ووقوفهن جنبا إلى جنب الرجل البحريني كتفا بكتف ليتشاركا معا في سعيهما لرسم مستقبل مملكة البحرين المشرق، ويتشاركا أيضا الريشة والألوان.
أهلا بكم مرة أخرى في الملتقى والمعرض العالمي الثاني لسيدات الأعمال المرأة في المجال الهندسي. جلستنا الثانية تحت عنوان المرأة والإلهام في عالم الأعمال. تدير الجلسة السيدة فنان راشد الزياني، الرئيس التنفيذي للزياني للخدمات التجارية من مملكة البحرين.
السلام عليكم، مساء الخير، أهلا وسهلا بكم في المنتدى سيدات الأعمال الثاني، وباسم جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية أرحب بكم وأنقل لكم تحيات السيدة فريال ناس رئيسة الجمعية، وأشكر جميع المنظمين، وطبعا الشكر نبدأ بتقدم بالشكر لصاحبة السمو الأميرة سبيكة بنت إبراهيم آل خليفة لرعايتها الكريمة، قرينة جلالة الملك رئيسة المجلس الأعلى للمرأة، لرعايتها الكريمة لهذه المنتدى في صيغتها الثانية. أعزائي، أنا علشان في عدد كبير من الناس ما يتكلمون اللغة العربية بضطر أتكلم بالإنجليزي، بس بنحاول بعد كذلك ندخل العربي والإنجليزي. واليوم عندنا متحدثين جدا متحدثات، كلهم مجموعة من الملهمات اللي احنا إن شاء الله نتطلع أن نستفيد من تجربتهم وندردش معاهم، وبعدين الجلسة بتكون على طريقة أن احنا نبدأ بتقديم المتحدثات، ثم كل متحدثة راح تتكلم في مدة 5 دقائق عن تجربتها وكيف هي ألهمت الآخرين في مجال عملها، وثم بنطرح سؤال على كل واحدة من المتحدثات، وبعد ذلك بناخذ سؤال وجواب معاكم، نتفاعل مع الجمهور لمدة حوالي 20 دقيقة لأن احنا شوي بدينا متأخرين، وآخر شيء الكلمة الأخيرة لكل متحدث بيكون الكلمة الأخيرة أو اللي تحب تختم في جلستها. فاسمحوا لي بس أنتقل للغة الإنجليزية عشان أرحب بالضيوف. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to moderate this session. The title of the session is Inspiring Women Leaders in the Business World, and we're having a very reputed panelist here. I will start by mentioning the names of each of the panelists, and as you can see, we'll start with Her Royal Highness Princess Nof bint Fahad bin Nasser bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, President of NFNA. NFNA. It has nothing to do with my name. I know you will start asking this question. NFNA Group. Her Royal Highness is a leading innovator in the business and financial consultancy services industry and consummate deal makers. Her Royal Highness Princess Nof pioneered the concept of using the financial instrument to solve business financial issues starting from 2014. I will move very quickly. Deals and partnership programs created by Her Royal Highness Princess Nof have literally reshaped the landscape of the payments, funding, and liquidity industry, resulting in the creation of billions of dollars in value for shareholders. As a lifelong entrepreneur, Her Royal Highness Princess Nof excels in the relentless pursuit of out-of-the-box answers to intractable problems. Being a founder of NFNA Group, Her Royal Highness Princess Nof combined financial, business consultancy, and funding solution and developed a win-win solution to support real estate developers, starting from 2017. Owning a master or holding a master degree in special education for handicap, Her Royal Highness Princess Nof is an active philanthropist supporting a wide range of national and global causes such as autism treatment. The next speaker will be Saadet, Her Excellency. Her Excellency, I think I will go one by one, it will be easier to do that, okay? But I'll just mention the name and then I'll talk more about each person. So the next speaker will be Her Excellency Reed Hamad Khamis Al-Sharyani Al-Dhahiri. She is a board member of the Emirates or UAE Businesswomen Council and also a board member of Abu Dhabi Businesswomen Council, and as well as being a board member of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Abu Dhabi from 2011 till now. And she's a holder of a bachelor degree in the management and international marketing from Southeastern Washington, D.C., USA. Also, she's got a BS in law and economy from the UAE. Our next speaker, also from Netherlands, we'd like to welcome Mrs. Corine Heen, and she is based in the Netherlands, founded United Success with one S. Check it on the net with one S in 2008 from her passion for women who want to make a difference. Today, United Success is a worldwide organization that connects and unites women entrepreneurs, creating an impact for a better world for all. And she has got a very interesting way of connecting to women, and I will leave that to her speech, inshallah. Our last but not least, we have got a speech that was supposed to be presented by Tatiana Gavilova from Russia, and she is the president and director of the Russian Arab Business Council. However, unfortunately, for a slight accident, she couldn't come, and her paper will be presented by Ms. Natalie Zahidov, and she will be Zahidova, and she will be speaking in Russian, and the gentleman will be translating in English. So, inshallah, I'm looking forward to a very fruitful and very, it will be really a session that we will learn a lot from the experience of the renowned ladies, and they will talk to us about how their life became an inspiration, how it can be inspiration to us and to generations to come. And also they will tell us about the people who inspired them in their journey. I'll start with Her Royal Highness, Princess Nov. تفضلي. الله يسلمك. شرفتونا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يعني لي أفتخر أني مشاركتكم بهذا الملتقى سيدات أعمال البحرين. طبعا أنا بقول لكم شيء بسيط يعني عن وجودي هنا عندكم بينكم. احنا عبارة عن مؤسسة بسيطة بخصوص تنمية الأعمال. بدينا في الصناعة والتجارة والاستثمار. طبعا كان هدفنا أنه نحقق الأهداف المنشودة، أننا وضع الخطط الاستراتيجية ونحاول أن احنا ننفذ الأفكار، طبعا من خلال قطاعات الاستثمارات اللي عندنا المالية والصناعات الدوائية ورقائق الألمنيوم لتغليف الدواء. طبعا هذا كلها يعني نحتاجها البارت في فرص كثيرة يعني. طبعا من هدفنا كمان ان احنا ندعم الدعم المادي للقطاعات الاستثمارية، ايجاد الحلول المالية يعني. كمان نحاول ان نساند وندعم رواد الاعمال في وجود الحلول المالية لهم لاطلاق المشاريع، ونتغلب على الصعوبات اللي تواجههم. طبعا يمكن هذه لمحة سريعة عن يعني مجموعتنا، وإن شاء الله نحن نتطور كمان وكمان للمجالات الأكثر إن شاء الله.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. في البداية أحب أشكر جميع المشاركين في المنتدى العالمي لرائدات الأعمال، وأشكر جميع القائمين عليه والمتطوعين فيه. السلام عليكم جميعا كل الحضور، أصحاب السعادة وأصحاب السيدات والسادة المتواجدين اليوم. أود أن أبدأ كلمتي بكلمة لصاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد المكتوم، نائب رئيس الدولة ورئيس مجلس الوزراء وحاكم دبي. قال عن المرأة: نحن تجاوزنا اليوم مرحلة تمكين المرأة في الإمارات، نحن نمكن اليوم المجتمع من خلال المرأة، ونمكن اقتصادنا من خلال تمكين المرأة. هذه هي نظرة قادتنا في الإمارات في كيفية تشجيع المرأة. أيضا هذا كله كان يعني أساس اللي أسس الموضوع هذا من الأساس هو المغفور له الوالد الشيخ زايد بن سلطان آل نهيان عليه رحمة الله. هو من أسس قواعد المساواة بين المرأة والرجل لدينا في الإمارات. من جهة أخرى تأتي أم الإمارات الشيخة فاطمة بنت مبارك حفظها الله كداعمة أولى للمرأة في الإمارات في كل الاتجاهات، وليس الإمارات فقط، إنما في الدول العربية والإسلامية وفي العالم أجمع. فهي رمز وقدوة لجميع الفتيات والسيدات، ليس الفتيات فقط وإنما حتى الرجال، فهي ملهمة ومصدر إلهام لهم في الإرادة والعطاء. لذلك نرى الآن في دولة الإمارات لدينا الوزيرة، السفيرة، القاضية، العالمة. فاليوم لدى دولة الإمارات 8 وزيرات. سوف أقوم بإعطاء مثال واحد من هذه الوزيرات، وهي الوزيرة شماء المزروعي التي تبلغ من العمر 23 سنة، وهي اليوم أصغر وزيرة في العالم، وزيرة لشؤون الشباب. طبعا شم المزروعي وصلت لمنصب وزيرة عن طريق دراستها الجامعية وشخصيتها ولأنها طموحة. فهي ملهمة لجميع الشباب الإماراتيين اليوم من فتيات وفتيان، أن الطموح ليس له عمر ولا حدود. أيضا هناك مثال آخر لدينا في الإمارات، وهي معالي أمل القبيسي رئيسة البرلمان. فهي أول رئيسة لبرلمان في العالم العربي والإسلامي. فهي بالنسبة لي قدوة لي أنا وللكثير من الفتيات الإماراتيات، وملهمة أن طموحها ونجاحها ومثابرتها وإصرارها على النجاح هو من أوصلها إلى هذا المنصب. أيضا لدينا ملهمة أخرى، وهي العالمة دكتورة حنيفة البلوشي. هي رئيسة قسم دراسة الكيمياء في معهد مصدر، فقد نالت جائزة لوريال يونسكو عن بحثها في الجزيئيات النووية أو الجزيئيات سوري لأن الكلام بالعربي شوية، الجزيئيات في التكنولوجي للوقود في الديزل. فهي قدوة اليوم لجميع الطلبة والطالبات في أنها هي ملهمة لهم في الجانب الاختراع والتعلم والخدمة المجتمعية. أيضا لدينا في الإمارات اليوم 5 سفيرات و30 دبلوماسية و148 موظفة في الملحقيات الدبلوماسية. كل هؤلاء يعتبرون ملهمين للشباب الطموح في الإمارات في الالتحاق بالسلك الدبلوماسي وخدمة الإمارات أمام الدول. أما عني أنا سوف أتكلم بطريقة مبسطة جدا. فأنا امرأة إماراتية أفتخر أني ابنة هذا الوطن، ابنة الإمارات. فلم أصل لما أنا عليه الآن إلا بدعم من القيادة ودعم من أهلي ومن كل اللي حولي. بدأت في بداياتي بعد التخرج من الثانوية، بدأت في دراستي في أمريكا، وكنت ملهمة للفتيات العربيات في عدم التمييز والتفرقة بين الأديان وعدم التمييز بين الألوان، وأيضا عدم التفريق بين الغني والفقير. تخرجت الحمد لله بدرجة امتياز مع مرتبة الشرف من واشنطن دي سي في الإدارة والتسويق الدولي، ورجعت للإمارات. وكان أبي هو أول من شجعني على الدخول في القطاع الخاص، فأعطاني مبلغ من المال، وكان على ثقة أن هذا المبلغ مستحيل يرجع، لأن أكيد أنا بستثمره وبضيعه في السوق. فكنت مصرة، لأن كنت بين أولاد، يعني أكثر أخوتي رجال يعني، فكنت مصرة على النجاح. فالحمد لله بدأت في سوق الأسهم. استثمرت هذا المبلغ من المال في سوق الأسهم، والحمد لله بعد فترة وجيزة تضاعف المبلغ. فرأيت في نظرة أبي الفخر والاعتزاز بي. بعدها دخلت في سوق الأراضي، بيع وشراء الأراضي، وبعد ذلك دخلت في سوق التجزئة، وبعدها الأغذية وسوق المقاولات. لم يقف طموحي عند هذا الحد، إنما دخلت في مجلس القيادات الشابة، وكان برنامجي لديهم أن أحتضن الخريجين من الجامعات يكونون لي كظلي في اجتماعاتي في الشركة. فبالفعل كانوا يحضرون الاجتماعات، وقد استطعت أن أقنع مجموعة منهم في الدخول إلى القطاع الخاص وعدم الالتحاق بالقطاع العام. بعدها لم يقف طموحي إلى هذا الحد، ولكني ترشحت إلى الانتخابات في مجلس سيدات أعمال الإمارات، وكنت في ذلك الحين أصغر مرشحة، والحمد لله لأني تقدمت بورقة بسيطة جدا وكانت يعني مميزة في ذلك الوقت بالنسبة لعمري، فانتخبوني الحمد لله من 2002 وحتى يومنا هذا لا زلت عضوة مجلس إدارة في مجلس سيدات أعمال الإمارات. وبعدها رشحت لعضوية مجلس إدارة سيدات أعمال أبو ظبي في 2005، والحمد لله لا زلت عضوة مجلس إدارة في مجلس سيدات أعمال أبو ظبي حتى اليوم. أيضا فكرت أني لازم أدرس تخصص آخر، ودخلت والتحقت بالقانون والاقتصاد، والحمد لله خلصت، مع أنه كان تخصص مغاير تماما عن تخصصي السابق. وأخذت الأولى على الجامعة، وكرمني صاحب السمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد المكتوم من ضمن المكرمين في أوائل الدولة. بعدها التحقت بالمعهد القضائي ودرست لمدة سنة، وأخذت إجازة في مزاولة المحاماة، وفتحت أول مكتب لي للمحاماة في أبو ظبي، والثاني في دبي، وعندي في القاهرة، والحين بعد شهر بإذن الله سوف أفتتح مكتبي في لندن. التحقت أيضا، قمت بترشيح نفسي في الانتخابات لمجلس غرفة تجارة وصناعة أبو ظبي، والحمد لله فزت مع أختي سعادة دلال القبيسي، وكنا بين 95 رجل، فزنا نحن السيدتين فيما بينهم، والحمد لله رشحت لرئاسة لجنة قطاع التجارة، ولا زلت رئيسة حتى الآن للجنة قطاع التجارة، اللي هي مختصة بلجنة البترول والغاز والذهب والمعادن وقطاع التجزئة والأغذية والمولات والسيارات والإلكترونيات. هذا أنا بشكل مبسط.
مسيرة حافلة رغم صغر سنك، إن شاء الله بنرجع لك في السؤال. Now we move to Miss Corinne Hein from Netherlands. Please, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. And wow, I'm so privileged and happy and honored to be in this beautiful, beautiful country. I'm taken by the elegance and the intriguing surroundings. Yes, I'm very, very passionate about women. I want to connect women all over the world, from all cultures, to unite women, and particularly women who make a difference. And I can tell you, we need each other. We need to support each other from all cultures. And I've had the privilege to travel. I traveled to lots and lots of countries. I think by now I've met about 2,000 women around the world. And often on my travels, I took my 2 little boys. And it's happened on my travels, before I start meeting women, that women from all walks of life, particularly also in the poorer areas, in the slums, I thought, my goodness, they just keep on working. They never stop. They don't complain. And that's what I'm so touched about. Wherever I go, I see women, and they don't stop. Just imagine if the world would, gosh, if women would not work for a few days, well, then the economy would stop right away. I did not start off traveling. When I grew up in the Netherlands, I went on my bike with my girlfriends to school. In Holland, you do not have school buses. You go on a bike. And I have the privilege to go to have been to wonderful universities. I was educated as a lawyer, and then I studied business in Harvard in the US. And so my life went on, and I had first started off with a corporate career. And then something unfortunate happened in my life because my father got kidnapped. And that is now 30 years ago. And it's very uncommon for a Northern European country for this to happen. So as a family, we came together. I'm the fourth generation of a family hang. And we paid ransom, and my father did not return. And after 7 months, we discovered he was murdered the very first day. The reason I'm sharing this is that it taught me a lot. Let's turn something negative into something positive. Many of us around the world have endured injustice, and we've seen lots of things have happened. And I also discovered that I do not have revenge. It's alien to me. I do not have it. So I rather connect, and connect out of love. And so let's not waste our time and create a positive impact in the world. And let me say this about women. First of all, sisterhood. That's very important. We need each other, we need to support each other. And let's remember, we as women have a very important gift. We are able to connect in just one meeting. We only need one time to look each other in the eyes. And we might recognize motherhood. We might recognize, whatever. And be able to trust each other right from the very first meeting. And that's a gift, and let's use it. And that's cross cultures. Doesn't matter where you go to. We as women have the ability to connect very, very quickly. And let me make one last jump to women who are really focusing on making a difference as entrepreneurs. And not just being an entrepreneur and creating jobs, but also while earning money, also impacting lives. Let me give you 4 examples. And this is all because women care. We women care all around the world. And when you turn that into a business, you get a caring business. So example number 1, there is a woman and she is passionate about eradicating plastic out of the world. We don't want plastic. So she invented a machine. She has a huge factory, and she collects PET bottles, so plastic bottles, and out of the machine comes beautiful soft textile. Or there is another woman, and she has a solution for waste. But the beauty is, it's a local solution. And she has this machine, 6 by 6 by 6, and you can put it next to a shopping mall or a hospital, and then where there's lots of activity, and then in goes all the waste out of the building, out comes renewable energy and clean water. Another lady, she is very passionate about animals, and she cares about the well-being of animals. She has a slaughter company, but she does this locally. She has a truck. She goes to the farms, and there the animals, in a very good way, are being taken and go into her van. And by the way, then in the supermarket, the meat is being tracked down all the way to the farm. And as last example, that's in Kenya, there is a lady and she cares about the trees. Why are all these forests disappearing? You know, we get more desert where there's no need to. And she is a farmer herself. She has a nursery. And she goes to the chiefs of the villages and she discusses with them, please, when someone dies and you take 10 trees out of the forest to make a coffin, please let them plant another 10 trees so our forest stays. And if they are too poor to pay for 10 trees, I will pay for them. It's just the moment you care and you put it into a business, you do two things together. I'm just so greatly inspired by women all over the world. And if we make our care into business, wow, what would the world look like? Thank you so much.
Corinne, for sharing these wonderful thoughts, and we'll come back in the round of questions. Now we move to Ms. Natalia. Ms. Natalia is presenting the paper of Ms. Tatiana, and I must present also Ms. Natalia. She is the Vice President and Director of all Russian businesswomen organizations. And she is with us today to present the paper of Ms. Tatiana, who is the President and Director of the Russian Arab Business Council. Ms. Natalia will be speaking in Russian, and the gentleman will be translating in English. So please, the floor is yours.
Добрый день, уважаемые гости, коллеги. Я представляю, как уже сказали, Общероссийскую общественную организацию «Женщины бизнеса». Хочу поблагодарить организаторов и лично миссис Ферри Абдуланас, президента Ассоциации женщин бизнеса Бахрейна. Благодарю за приглашение.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Natalia Zahodiva. I'm the representative of the All Russian Public Organization, Women of Business. I would like to thank the organizers, especially Ms. Faryal Abdullah Naz, the president of Bahraini Businesswomen Society, for this invitation.
В первую очередь хотела бы уделить внимание последним исследованиям, ряд из которых говорит о положительной динамике направления женского лидерства и женского предпринимательства именно в нашей стране. По данным исследования Grant Thornton International, доля женщин среди руководителей компаний в России составляет сегодня 43%, что является самым высоким показателем в мире, почти вдвое выше среднего. Кроме России, среди лидеров рейтинга и другие бывшие республики СССР, в том числе Латвия, Литва, Эстония, Грузия и Армения. Этот фактор СССР говорит о том, что ушедшая эпоха, так часто критикуемая, сформировала в нашем обществе не только социальные установки на равноправное и достойное положение женщин в обществе, но и были созданы базовые условия для последующего активного развития женского предпринимательства.
First of all, I would like to draw your attention to the latest research. Some of them indicate positive dynamics toward women's leadership and women's entrepreneurship in our country. According to the Grant Thornton International Study, the percent of women holding managerial positions in Russia and Russian companies is 43%, which is the highest in the world, almost twice as high as the average. For comparison, in Europe in general, men occupy 65% of the managerial positions. Besides Russia, among the leaders of the rating are other former Soviet republics like Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Georgia, and Armenia. This factor of the USSR suggests that a bygone era, so often criticized, has formed in our society not only social attitudes toward equal position of women, but also created basic conditions for the subsequent active development of women's entrepreneurship. The country consistently pursued a policy of real gender equality, so now many women are working in such areas of healthcare, education, finance, and others. We had the opportunity to get the best education in the world. Our women had an opportunity to have the leading companies held public positions.
Но разница в заработной плате по половому признаку все еще существует в нашей стране. По разным оценкам, женщины в России в среднем получают заработную плату на 30% меньше, чем мужчины. При этом во всем мире нет ни одной страны, где женщины зарабатывают в среднем больше, чем мужчины.
But inequality in salaries on gender basis still exists. According to various estimates, women in Russia on average earn 30% less than men. At the same time, there is no country in the world where women earn on average more than men. On this fertile society ground, the most courageous projects are possible. What do we have now? According to the survey of Global Business Monitoring, which included data from 74 countries, entrepreneurial activity among women has increased by 10% since 2014. In Russia, the number of women launching their business has increased by 53%.
Что тормозит сегодня российских предпринимательниц? Одна из причин – низкий уровень доступности финансовых ресурсов и невысокий уровень предпринимательских компетенций. Так, например, проведенное в этом году Банком России исследование было посвящено изучению финансовой грамотности предпринимателей. Для исследования были выбраны регионы, где наиболее развит малый и средний бизнес. Результаты были неутешительные. Женщины достаточно низко финансово грамотны. Существенным сдерживающим фактором также является то, что почти половина женщин, когда решают открыть свое дело, не рассчитывают на поддержку близких. И последнее. Дополнительным психологическим барьером по собственным оценкам женщин является то, что с рождением ребенка их бизнес ухудшается, не хватает времени ни на семью, ни на работу.
The question is, what is hampering Russian businesswomen today? One of the reasons is the low level of availability of financial resources and a low level of entrepreneurial competencies. For example, the study conducted this year by the Bank of Russia was devoted to the study of financial literacy of entrepreneurs. For the study chosen, the regions where the small and medium businesses are most developed. According to the results, it is women who engage in trade and other small businesses are the least financially prepared. An important constraint is that almost half of women, when they decide to open their own business, do not count on receiving from support an additional psychological barrier. According to the women's own estimate, is that with the birth of a child, their business is deteriorating because there is no enough time for either family nor work.
Наша организация, Общероссийская общественная организация «Женщины бизнеса», объединяет в своей деятельности ряд профильных организаций, представляющих интересы женщин-предпринимателей различных регионов России. Сегодня организация работает на всей территории страны с 2006 года, имеет 53 постоянно действующих региональных отделения и свыше 3000 членов организации. Ежегодно мы проводим более 200 собственных мероприятий, конференции, форумы, тренинги и обучающие семинары. Заключены партнерские соглашения с рядом международных организаций, что позволяет находиться в постоянной совместной работе. Президент организации Татьяна Гвилава, директор Российско-Арабского совета на протяжении последних 15 лет. В 2018 году, например, в России планируется проведение Арабия-Экспо, единственная выставка арабская в Москве, и особое внимание будет уделено женщинам-предпринимателям России и арабских стран. Мы всех приглашаем.
All Russian public organization, Women of Business, combines in its activities a number of organizations representing the interest of businesswomen from different regions of Russia. The organization has been operating through the Russian Federation since 2006, has 53 permanent regional departments and over 3,000 members of the organization, and holds more than 200 own events annually, conferences, forums, training workshops. We have partnership agreements with a number of international organizations, which allows us to have ongoing joint activities. The president of the organization is Tatiana Jublava, and she's the director of the Russian Arab Council. We are planning to have an event on Arab exhibition in 2018 and we would like to invite you to attend this event.
Oh, please help me with presentation. Ага, окей. Например, последний приезд делегации немецких женщин-предпринимателей, обмен опытом и заключение соглашений о намерениях ряда предпринимательниц. Для российской стороны особо важным было услышать опыт династии и кредитования.
For example, the last of them is the meeting with the delegation of businesswomen from Germany. We exchanged experience and signed agreements of interest. For the Russian side, it was especially important to learn their experience in different areas.
Также мы представляем Россию в крупнейшей всемирной организации женщин-предпринимателей FCM, возглавляемую Лаурой Фрати-Гуччи. And in the CI it will be Maria Cristina Agli.
We also represent Russia in the largest world organization of businesswomen, FCEM, headed by Laura Frati-Gucci.
Особое внимание хочется уделить последним 3 форумам, которые прошли по территории нашей страны. Проект «Мы великая Россия, мы единая семья» направлен на развитие потенциала женского и семейного предпринимательства. «Все получится, ты предприниматель» ориентирован на студентов и молодежь. Проект «Всегда возможно стать успешной», на котором я хотела бы остановиться, направлен на развитие женского предпринимательства через образовательные программы.
Particular attention should be paid to the last 3 forums implemented within the framework of presidential grants. 1. The project We Are a Great Russia, We Are Single Family is aimed at developing the potential of women's and family entrepreneurship as one of the key resources for solving social problems. Number 2, the project Everything Will Turn Out, You Are an Entrepreneur. The project is aimed at students, youth, and graduates and is aimed at intensifying interregional cooperation in the field of supporting youth initiatives. Number three, the project It Is Always Possible to Become Successful, at which I would like to draw attention. It is aimed at development of women's entrepreneurship through educational programs. Nowadays, the theme of women's economic activity is the center of global attention. It is included in the global agenda of all key international organizations in order to develop national government programs to support women's businesses.
Yes, just 1 minute. I want to show you our video from our last forum. 1 second. Please help me with the video.
Каждая история, каждая из вас нам интересна, потому что мы ее хотим транслировать.
Поэтичный и практичный, то отважный, то цикличный, мы загадочный, мы таинственный, мы желанные, мы единственные, так похожи, такие разные, все мы женщины, всех нас с праздником.
считаем, что у нас достаточно развитое женское предпринимательство.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Natalia. It gave us a very good idea. And thank you, أخوي حق الترجمة ما قصرت. Thank you. I'll go back now to the panelists. I would like to pose a question to Her Royal Highness Princess Nov. صاحبة السمو الملكي، حبيت أسألك عن موضوع الابتكار في عالم التمويل وفي طريقة بالذات لدعم رواد الأعمال. فتحدثتي الله يطول عمرك عن حلول مبتكرة قدمت من خلال شركتك، يا ريت تعطينا بعض التفصيل عن هذه الحلول المبتكرة اللي مثل ما في الورقة قالوا انها هي من خارج الصندوق، فيا ريت تشرحين لنا عنها في نبذة سريعة لو سمحتي.
بخصوص التمويل، في عندنا كثير من الشركات اللي عندها تعثر مالي، فطبعا تقدم دراستها دراسة الجدوى ونشوف مدى استيعابها للصندوق التمويلي، ومن خلالها عاد يعني تعرض على عدة جهات وتدعم بالقدرة يعني الكم والكل.
دعم خاص لرواد الأعمال اللي عندهم مشاريع مبتكرة، يعني هم يقدمون حلول مبتكرة، فكيف كان دور مؤسستكم في أن تدعم رواد الأعمال اللي يتميزون بالابتكار؟
والله هذا الأساس عندي أنا، الدعم مش أي مشروع، يعني دائما نشوف عندنا المشاريع المعتادة، لكن أنا أحب أدعم المشاريع المبتكرة اللي فيها اليونيك. يعني
مؤسستكم هل هو يشمل فقط المملكة العربية السعودية أو كذلك دول الخليج إذا كان المشروع مجدي؟
لا، مش السعودية طبعا، أنا ولا أقول لك دول الخليج، أقول الدول العربية إن شاء الله كلها.
دعوة منكم
أبد
بالنسبة لرواد
من
الأعمال
خلال منصتي هذه أنا أدعو أي عمل يعني زي ما قلت لكم يونيك، اللي فيه النوعية مش الشيء المعتاد.
أي نعم. شكرا على هذه الدعوة. وأنا حبيت بس أن إحنا في زمن التحديات اليوم، نعم. ولذلك يعني طبعا مثل ما تفضلت أنتم عندكم حلول خارجة يعني من خارج الصندوق مختلفة.
اي نعم.
فيعني مثلا لو كان تقدموا فيها، هل الدعم طبعا هو للرجال والنساء كذلك بدون تمييز؟
لا رجال وحريم، أنا ما عندي تميز
نعم.
يعني للسيدات.
أي نعم. فإن شاء الله صاحبة السمو الملكي الأميرة نوف، إن شاء الله هذه دعوة منكم مفتوحة، وإن شاء الله بيكون في استجابة من
أبد. الساعة مباركة نحن ندعم. أنا دائما أفكر إنه يعني العرب مش يعني نكون إحنا الأفضل من الأجانب إن شاء الله، يعني عندنا العقل وعندنا والمادة موجودة إن شاء الله.
والتوفيق من الله إن شاء الله
بإذن الله، ما تكون
الجميع إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله.
شكرا صاحبة السمو الملكي. أنتقل إلى سعادة الأستاذة ريد. ذكرتي الله يسلمك عن كلمة سمو الشيخ محمد بن راشد بن مكتوم عن أن المرأة الإماراتية تعدت مرحلة التمكين، وأحب هني أذكر في هذه المناسبة الكلمة من جلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة في افتتاح الدور التشريعي الرابع لمجلس الوطني عندنا في البحرين، كان في أكتوبر، وكانت منه كلمة كذلك إشارة إلى أن المرأة البحرينية تخطت مرحلة التمكين كذلك، وإحنا ما عندنا في البحرين نتكلم عن تمكين المرأة، الحين إحنا في مجالات أعلى، والحقيقة ما يثبت ذلك الأرقام اللي حققتها المرأة في كافة المجالات ومشاركتها في سوق العمل وصنع القرار وعلى أعلى المستويات. فتكلمتي الله يسلمك عن سمو الشيخة فاطمة بنت مبارك أن هي تكون الملهمة لكم في دولة الإمارات، وحقيقة أنا أسجل شكري وامتناني لسمو الشيخة فاطمة، لأن احنا لما نروح كوفود من الدول العربية تحرص أن تسلم علينا وحدة وحدة ولها لمسة، يعني هذه كان شيء لمس قلوبنا كلنا. كان في مؤتمر أكثر من 400 سيدة من دول مختلف الدول وفعلا سلمت علينا وحده وحده، وهي يعني ليس شيء غريب على الكرم والحفاوه اللي دائما نلمسها في دوله الامارات. وانتم محظوظين ان تكون لكم رائده مثل سمو الشيخه فاطمه، واحنا كذلك محظوظين في مملكه البحرين عندنا صاحبه السمو الملكي الاميره سبيكه بنت ابراهيم ال خليفه قرينه جلاله الملك رئيسه المجلس الاعلى للمراه، كذلك هي تلهمنا كلنا والجوائز اللي تقدمها على مستوى البحرين والوطن العربي. واخر شيء كان في الجائزه العالميه كذلك للسيدات اللي خصوصا يكون في مجال العمل عندهم ابتكار. فانا بغيت اسالك كذلك من هو ملهمتك شخصيا من التاريخ وليس فقط من الايام الحاليه، او اذا احد من الاهل، من يعني قد يكون شخص في عائلتك، فيا ريت تعطينا فكره من هو ملهمتك. وطبعا انت كونك امراه ملهمه وشابه وهذه ميزه، لان ما زال امامك مشوار طويل كذلك انه ممكن تقدمين اكثر واكثر، وشفنا من مسيره يعني حياتك ان انت متعدده الجوانب، فعندك اشياء كثيره تقدرين تقومين بها. فيا ريت تعطينا فكره عن من هو ملهمتك، ودي تعطيني بعد فكره عن عملك في مجال دعم المسؤوليه الاجتماعيه، لان انا لاحظت شيء واحد، جميع المتحدثين اليوم هني كلهم لهم جانب في المسؤوليه الاجتماعيه، وكأن لا يكفيهم كل هالعمل الكبير اللي يقومون به كل واحدة منهم، كذلك بالإضافة إلى العمل والأعمال التجارية والعمل في مجتمعات المجتمع المدني، كل واحدة لها جانب في المسؤولية الاجتماعية. فيا ريت تعطينا فكرة سعادة الأستاذة ريم.
السلام عليكم. طبعا في عندي ملهمات كثير في حياتي، من الجهة من الصعيد الشخصي أمي. أمي هي ملهمتي في المحبة والعطاء، أيضا هي ملهمتي في العطاء الغير مشروط، أيضا في عدم التمييز الطائفي. أمي علمتني كيفية لم شمل العائلة وهذا ما كبرت عليه. أما في الصعيد العملي فكل شريك وشريكة وصديقة قابلتها في حياتي كانت ملهمة أو كان ملهم لي من الناحية الإيجابية. طبعا لدي بين الحضور هناك ملهمات، هي الدكتورة هدى المطروشي، يا ريت أنك تقومين، والدكتورة آمنة خليفة، وصديقتي شفيقة العامري. كان لهم فضل كبير علي بعد الله سبحانه وتعالى في نجاحي. كان الملهمات لي من يعني في المثابرة والطموح والإخلاص في العمل. من ناحية التعامل مع الآخرين ومن السيرة النبوية الشريفة، فالقدوة بالنسبة لي هي السيدة خديجة رضي الله عنها أم المؤمنين في طريقة التعامل مع الآخرين وأسلوبها الراقي جدا في التعامل مع الآخرين. أما من ناحية الدعم الاجتماعي فأنا في مجال التعليم أيضا، لدي مدارس، في جزء منها هو مخصص للناس اللي ما تقدر تدفع فيز يعني للدراسة. أيضا عندي مشروع جديد قاعدة أسويه لمركز ذوي الاحتياجات الخاصة. ساعدتني في هذه الفكرة صديقتي حنان من الكويت، وهي صاحبة 3 مدارس أو مراكز للتأهيل لذوي الاحتياجات الخاصة. إن شاء الله بإذن الله سوف نفتتح أحد المراكز في أبو ظبي وفي مصر بإذن الله. شكرا.
توفيق. صاحبة السمو الملكي كذلك لك نشاط بالنسبة للتوحد، مثل ما فهمتوا المراكز حق اللي عندهم إعاقة واحتياجات خاصة وبالذات التوحد. يا ريت تعطينا بس فكرة عن بالذات هذه المجال.
بالنسبة للتوحد ما عاد يمكن عندكم خلفية إنه إحنا نفتقر إلى وجود المركز في دول الخليج، يعني موجودة الحين في الأردن تقريبا، وإحنا الحين في صدد إن إحنا نفتح إن شاء الله يعتبر أكبر مجمع للتوحد من حيث الإيواء وتقديم علاج ودراسة، وكمان تدريب الكفاءات يعني نفس المدرسين والأخصائيين. اي نعم تدريب الكفاءة.
طال عمرك متى بيكون هاي المدة الزمنية اللي ان شاء الله باذن الله مخططين انه يفتح هاي المركز؟ انا مثل ما تفضلتي في حاجة ماسة
بالضبط.
يعني انا اعرف عائلات كثير يحتاجون الام تسافر ويا الطفل وبتترك باقي اطفالها عشان ما تقدر تحصل العناية الكافية في بلدها.
صحيح، احنا عندنا الحين في المملكة العربية السعودية عندنا في المنطقة الجنوبية في الوسطى في الغربية، طبعا هذا بأمر من خادم الحرمين الشريفين انه في وجود مراكز، ولكن احنا نفتقر للإيواءات.
اي نعم.
ما ادري يعني اتوقع ان عندكم خلفيه اللي يسكن يعني بيكون معمول كموتيل عشان الاهالي يقدرون يسكنون مع
المصاحبين للاطفال
الحالات ويقدموا لهم الخدمات، ويكون لانه احنا ما شاء الله السعوديه كبيره، الجنوب على الوسطى على الشمال، فاهم شيء يكون عندنا الايواء، هذا احنا اللي بصدد ان شاء الله.
شكرا. Now I move to Ms. Corinne Heen again about we were talking before the session and you told me when we talked about social responsibility you said you would rather teach people to fish rather than giving them fish. That appealed to me being an islander from Bahrain because we have a passion with fishing and fish. So can you tell us more about your concept? And we also you talked about that you do not have revenge and you turned a negative situation into a positive situation. So can you talk more about that, because really that's very interesting. We'd like to learn more about it if you can.
Thank you, Rafnan. To teach someone how to fish is talking to the philanthropy. So instead of donating money, you learn capacities. And I would challenge the philanthropy world that if you donate money, it goes even much further. I would say that 10% in the world of the philanthropy money. Can one, say, Bahrain dinar, $1, €1, £1, can work many times, will have many lives if you invest it in an impact company. Those were the companies I was just talking about. So if you invest your money in a company that's not only about financial return, but also about impact return, then you earn money and you change the world at the same time. I would really plea for looking at those investments. And of course, the world will still need a lot of money that's being donated. And actually with United Success, that's exactly what I'm looking at around the world, that women who own their companies and who care about something. So then together, we can turn the world a little better each time. And we're in for collaboration, and partnerships. That's what it's all about. And Wolfnan, you were talking about revenge. I think I feel very strong about trying to find the common ground. It's unity by diversity. I really believe in that. And let's not try to divide the world. Let's try to find a common ground and see the angles that are positive.
And connect. Was the key word that really rang a bell in all your speech, that you need to connect with women. But I have one request from you. Let's connect with men too. We need them.
Absolutely, we need to do it together, and that's my great belief. It's together we can achieve so much, and we're a little bit different, men and women, and sometimes a lot.
That's what makes it
and
special.
therefore we need each other, and together we can create wonderful ventures and adventures. It's a unity by diversity.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Natalia, I want to ask you about, Russia. You showed us really amazing figures, and there is a lot to be inspired from that. And maybe you can tell us about the character that has inspired you. If you have, I would not say a mentor, but a woman character that has inspired you.
Если мы говорим о цифрах, которые по организации или по России?
Concerning the figures about Russia or this organization в вашей жизни.
В первую очередь, сегодня организация является большой коммуникационной площадкой. Это мы ставим в основу организации, потому что только в силе нас могут слышать большие корпорации, которые сегодня разрабатывают в том числе и продукты финансирования и кредитования для женщин-предпринимателей.
First of all, our organization is a big organization that unites a lot of women, and we are just yes. So our organization is a big unity that unites a lot of women from all parts of Russia, and this organization is involved in different spheres, and
у нас сегодня 53 региональных отделения. Все регионы достаточно интересны сами по себе. У женщин разные направления бизнеса. И каждый регион уникален. Например, мы сегодня показывала ролик «Предпринимательство со школьной скамьи» в Республике Башкортостан развивается. Это когда девочки со школы уже начинают узнавать, обучаться финансовой грамотности, узнавать, что такое предпринимательство. И еще немаловажный момент, что вообще в России только недавно появился термин «женское предпринимательство», и предпринимательство в принципе становится престижным. Такого раньше в нашей стране не было.
So our organization, it has 53 regional representations, and they are dealing with different spheres. Every region has its unique character. For example, as you have seen on the video, there was some video from Bashkiria, from the school, and in this video it was mentioned that little girls they start learning entrepreneurship from their childhood.
We'll go now to the question and answer session. نتفاعل ويا الجمهور. إذا أحد عنده أي سؤال يحب يتوجه للمتحدثين من فضلكم. في أحد عنده أي سؤال يحب يعقب أو مداخلة؟ تفضلي بليز.
Maybe I will address it in English. My name is Yomna Al-Sharidi. I'm the president of Businesswomen of Egypt. And when it comes to inspiration for women, the best quote I heard now is the mother who fathered me. I think the role of women are becoming more as caretakers and as catalysts in the economic development of our country as much as most of as men, because we are half the world and we are mothers of the other half. So I would like most of our meetings that we really need to not to address it to ourselves, because we know we are powerful, we can move mountains, we can do a lot of things that can make difference in our world. But I would like to see actual effective programs that would come out of these networks to be able in this region to help each other and try to develop actual business routes. I would love the B2B session to be effective so we can all get together and see how we can help our small businesses to grow faster regionally and help better practices and how we can do things better in a different way. I wish our network develops to be sustained, to go on for a long time. So this is my comment, that I feel like women-to-women businesses can grow to affect all the society and our countries, different countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Yumna, for this comment. I'm sure everybody in this room and outside also agree with you. Inshallah, you will make use of the B2B exhibition that we have. And I think as Bahrain Businesswomen Society, we welcome this association. And may we, Ferial, I think you will allow me to say that the Bahrain Businesswomen Society can be the conduit for this connection. So you're most welcome. And we are extending our hands to you and all the other ladies that we, and men as well, to work together, inshallah. Any other question, please?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إيمان محمد المناعي. I'll speak in English. First of all, my name is Iman Mohammed Al-Mannai. I'm a certified international property specialist and the first Bahraini woman who get this degree. I'm a certified international coach, organizational coach and individual coach. First of all, I welcome you all on behalf of every single Bahraini woman to your country, the Kingdom of Bahrain. And we're really inspired about your stories. It moves us forward. I want to take this opportunity, not to ask you a question, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to invest in our kingdom in Bahrain, in one of the most powerful sector, which is real estate. I have more than 27 different nationalities who have invested in our country, and I want more to enjoy this small island, but which is so big by its people. We are so powerful everywhere, and if we be connected and has this experience and expertise, welcome to our country through investment, it will be really a good return to our nation. And this is a small thing from me to do for my kingdom. So I welcome you again and wish you a pleasant stay.
Thank you for this warm welcome, the Bahraini welcome. May I also extend the thanks and appreciation to Mr. Khalid Zayani, the Vice President of the Vice Chairman of Bahrain Chamber for Industry and Commerce. He's with us today, and also I think from the embassy as well. I would like to welcome the ambassador as well, His Excellency, and we welcome you all. And I wish we had more men in the room today. Inshallah, next time we will put an effort to have more men, and I must salute the men who are here. Round of applause, please, ladies, for the men who are here. Thank you. Any more questions? I know it's difficult after lunch and it's a long day, so if no more questions, I will give the floor to the speakers to give their final statement, each one. Any more? Okay, fine. أترك الكلمة لكم للكلمة الأخيرة كل واحدة منكم. Each one of you will give us their final comment. And may I thank you for your presence and participation. تفضلي سمو الأميرة.
أنا أقول في النهاية إحنا يد واحدة إن شاء الله ونكون مع بعض دائما. هذا كنت.
أحب أشكر الحضور جميعا، وممكن أني أقدم نصيحة أن الرزق ليس فقط في المال، ولكن الرزق ممكن أن يتمثل في صديقة، صديق، الأم، الأهل، الإخوان، حتى القدوة الطيبة هي أيضا من أنواع الرزق. دائما لابد أن ننظر إلى الجانب الممتلئ من الكأس أو الكوب وليس العكس. هذه نصيحتي لي ولكم. أيضا أوصيكم بالإيجابية. الإيجابية جدا مهمة في حياتنا، الإيجابية في كل شيء، في حياتنا العملية والعلمية، وأيضا في البزنس وعلى نطاق الأهل لابد أن نكون إيجابيين. شكرا. شكرا لكم.
let's keep reaching out to each other within our own cultures and across cultures. Let's unite caring businesswomen. Unity by diversity. Thank you so much.
Я хотела бы продолжить, что основное это в объединении и в обмене опытом, потому что только когда мы обмениваемся своими успехами, поражениями, ошибками, каждая женщина в своем бизнесе может двигаться дальше и достигать новых результатов. И в целом это влияет на экономику страны.
So as I think the main is in the process of unity is the exchange of experience. We should exchange experience on our faults and our victories, and based on this, I believe that every woman can achieve success, and in turn it will promote the economy of our countries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, all panelists. Thank you. May I ask you all, we will fulfill your suggestion, Ms. Karine, and let's stand up and hold hands. So we have from Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Emirates, from Netherlands, and from Russia. Unite. You feel the connection? Yeah. Feel the energy? Thank you very much.
كل الشكر لمتحدثي الجلسة الثانية في اليوم الأول من هذا الملتقى، والذي كان تحت عنوان المرأة والإلهام في عالم الأعمال. أدعو الآن السيدة فريال ناس رئيسة جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية لتكريم المتحدثين. أولا صاحبة السمو الملكي الأميرة نوف بنت فهد بن ناصر بن عبد العزيز آل سعود. السيدة ريد الظاهري. السيدة تاتانيا جوفيلافا. مستر تانيا. السيدة كورن هجن. والسيدة أفنان راشد الزياني. أدعو الآن السيدة فريال ناس رئيسة جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية وعضوات مجلس الإدارة في الجمعية أيضا، وندعو أيضا السيدة تانيا جوفيلافا لتوقيع مذكرة تفاهم بين جمعية سيدات الأعمال البحرينية ومنظمة سيدات الأعمال الروسية.
لا لا انت في الوسط سعاده السفير. لا انت ابو نواف في الوسط لان انت وياي الوحيدين. خلينا نخلي السفير وابو نواف في الوسط عشان هم وياي
لا لا it's okay.
بس I didn't skip anyone. I didn't skip anyone. انتوا حاطين رقية درهم. اي ما عطوه غلط. اي
ألف مبروك توقيع المذكرة في نهاية هذا اليوم. نشكركم حضورنا الكريم على تواجدكم معنا في هذا المؤتمر، كما نشكر المشاركين. نستأنف إن شاء الله الجلسات في يوم الغد. التنويه للمشاركين من خارج مملكة البحرين، الرجاء التواجد في لوبي الفندق الذي تسكنون فيه في الساعة 7:15 مساء اليوم للانطلاق إلى مقر حفل العشاء. التواجد في لوبي الفندق الذي تسكنونه في الساعة 7:15 من مساء الليلة للتوجه إلى مقر حفل العشاء.